Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to Reus 2 as we go for another weekly challenge. Let's hope we do a little bit better than the last time. I don't feel quite as happy with how we did, but it was a bit of a harder one, so we'll just see what we get. Here we got Savannah, it looks like Ice Age and Swampy Boy. There we go. Get no extra rerolls at the start of each era and you can draft a biome at most 5 times. Oh, okay. Got Biobab, we got Artichoke. I don't think I've ever had the Artichoke before, that's quite interesting. And Cobalt. Let's get going. Very, very nice. So yeah, what are we going to start with? We've got the general settlement. They like to have power. I wonder if we maybe just set up Ice Age to begin with. Or Ice Age biome just to begin with. That usually has the best one for kind of like danger and food and stuff. So we'll get them in here. We can get a little bit rugged as well. See how we do. Okay, so they just want power. How do you get power? So you're militaristic, you'll get it with prosperity, and I'm guessing you also get it from mystery. No, they only get food and science from mystery. Interesting. Okay, so we just need to make them a wee bit prosperous, that's all. And potentially, you know what, we grab the ground scroll, pop that there, we should unlock something else, and that'll be pretty good. And we'll have a little think about what we can do to increase the danger. Yes. Good stuff. Always like to unlock something else. What do you like? You like being next to plants. So we got bones. Yeah, let's get that down, because that's pretty good. That's going to raise that up by 1 level as well. There we go. Has a little bit of danger next to it as well. Which is always nice. As for you, we could get Sedge. Ah, perfect. We managed to get level up anyway. We could think about Sedge. Artichokes are a late game thing, so we're not going to have to worry about it just now. What do you like? You like... I mean, Hunter's pretty good. Barracks is also good. We've only got the 1 military at the moment, but I guess we could always get the draft in the Ice Age and have a little look. Arctic Fox. That's a cool one. Primal Flint is military. Steppe Bison is military. And they give a great bonus for additional plants. Okay, okay. When you complete pick error, remove this biome, it's going to bring a slot by 1. A lot of it's extinct stuff, but that's okay. We could get... I mean, I don't think we go Flint. I think we get the Bison. I think we get the Bison and we use that to farm up the animals rather than the military. Because, yeah, even though you are a Titan. Alternatively, we could just get the Fox. Insectivore. Like being next to minerals. Mud pools are nice for the savannah as well. You are good for getting us a bunch of things, but you're better for the food. I think we go to Steppe Bison. We want to get the food. So for that, we come over here. We'll grab ourselves the bison. And you just want to be next to 2 plants, so we'll pop you down there. And put down the alder and the dandelion. I think that'll do us. Going to be a lot of stuff there. I think we will just get... I mean... It's nice having that extra danger. And you should have 2 military now. You should. We're not going to get the extra 100 food, but yeah, just getting that 5 danger I think is probably worth it just for this era. Let's think about getting up our second city as well. And where exactly are we going to put that? I think we'll put that over here. And we'll maybe... the awful thing of the Ice Age biome is either going to be next to the savannah or the rainforest. I think we'll put it next to the savannah. And then we'll pop down this next person. Speaking of which, who have we got? Pirate Queen and the Sage. Interesting. So, we don't have access to any oceans, unfortunately. So I think we have to pick the Sage. Who really likes food, but they also really like plants. Which is a little bit annoying. So let's put him down there. And I guess we can just focus on trying to get lots of good food for those. For the Sage in the savannah, just get, you know, the animals together. How you guys doing? We've nearly got enough population already, which is quite good. If we pop down say, another plant, like so. Oh, are you an undergrowth? You're not, you're a tree. Could get the garden, at least that's an undergrowth. And that does give us the extra food, in case these guys still want to expand. I'm not sure they will, but we'll see. But that should give the Great Grazer level 2, gives more danger, and also helps that as well. There we go, they've expanded. Great. Let's expand out this. Actually, let's just start the rainforest here. We can always just kind of like how we think we want to change things. It does give us an additional draft as well, because we have finished up that. So let us get on the savannah, see what we can draft here. Zebras are always good. I think it's better than going ugly gaming. We did go ugly last time, so I think we go the zebras. Always really quite nice to get as many animals as we can. So, how are we going to do that? Get it through guinea fowl, if we want to. So, do we go gazelle? Now, interestingly as well, we're going to have this here, so we could go guinea pig. Spider monkey is also interesting. It is a level 2 slot, though. So, I guess we have to go guinea pig. Then gazelle. No, we need to expand the savannah. I've wasted a little bit of Eon. That's not too great, but hopefully we can do all right and we can still get this through. It does mean that we've wasted 5 Eon because we're going to have to do this. Mineral is annoying, but it's not the end of the world, because effectively we just need to grab a gazelle, pop him there, get the guinea fowl down. Yeah. Pop the guinea fowl down on the mineral. And then, is that going to be enough? No. So we're going to need to get a plant. So, let us get some okra. Pop it there. And then that should give us enough to grab this zebra, which should be enough to get us another settlement. And we'll pop down the other zebra there, and then they should all play off each other. Hey, there we go. And that's an awful lot of food. Hey, there we go. What do you want? Herder's hut could be really good. Yeah, because we're not going to have ocean biotica because we can't get oceans, which is a shame. As we all know, I quite like oceans, but yeah, we'll get the herder's hut, and that should give them even more food. Now, we are out of Eon, but I think we just expand out this rainforest a wee bit. See who we got. The miner and the huntress. I think we grab the miner, to be fair. And we pop him on the rainforest, and then we can always add in some tundra on the other side, if we need to. Yeah, expand out that rainforest. We'll pop him down kind of like the middle here. Yeah, call the miner. The miner. What's that from? Is that in The Incredibles 2? Or the Underminer, that's it. There was a game of Mutants and Masterminds I played with my friends where they were fighting the miner. So, always thought it was quite funny. Anyway, complete tangent. Let's have a little draft of the rainforest. What we got? Scarlet Macaw is interesting. Does it give us access to topaz or extra gold? But we really want flint is good. Gumbo Limbo is good. I think we go flint. Also gives us access to birds, which is also nice. Where we could, if we wanted to be cheeky, we could put parakeet in here. Just in this empty slot. Counts as a herbivore. We'll trigger the zebra in case we don't want to go double zebra. And it means that we can then play off any trees that we put in here as well. We do also have access to the spider monkey, but obviously we don't have access to tier 2 slots yet. But that's something to think about as well. Now, the fact that you've given us a mineral booster is very nice. So I think we get... They're both exactly the same. Stone will give us more immediately, but I think we go flint. Oh, let's double check that lining because it's only on the base output. So in that case, stone is better. Stone is better there. We get stone, and we get flint. We can't get fluorite, unfortunately. We get flint, and I think we're out of Eon for the first era, which is a little bit of a shame. Unless that's just enough. I don't think it is. Maybe with the extra bit from the stone. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, no, I'm entirely wrong, as usual. Why does anybody listen to me? Oh, well, at least we managed to get the minor settlement done before the end of the first era. Let's spend some of our population charges, because we have a high population on some additional nomads. Who do we have? The Goddess and the Inventor. I think what we do is we get to the next era. What do we have? Iron Age is nice because that gives us iron. That's really nice for the miner. Could go Neolithic Revolution, but we're mostly doing things with animals, which would mean that Hunter Age would be even better, because having the additional boost, because we're having a lot of that in both the Ice Age biome and the Savannah biome, we're going to have lots of animals. So I think we go for the animals. Yeah, let's do Hunter Age. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Plus 20% science for each adjacent animal. That's quite tasty. That's nice. People are already fighting. The general is being a dick, so let's go and stop that. We'll just set him on fire. Just to stop this horribleness. There we go. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Very good. What have we got here? We can get Stone Cutter, or we can get Science with the mineral on the borders of the highest science. Now, we don't have that extra draft. Let's pop down. This parakeet's nice because it does give us some extra wealth. However, we could also get that via the African wild dog. The sage now worships Savannah Giant, which should be really good because they want Predator within their borders. I guess what that means is we go African dog, into probably just a guinea fowl. Yeah. African dog. Don't mind the flames. Don't mind the slightly melted ice. That poor little ground squirrel's just sitting there like, oh, what did I do to deserve this? So yeah, let's pop that down. That should give them a whole bunch of extra stuff here. Yeah, so that's giving them even more. They're getting stuff from the Great Hall, which is nice. That gives them even more gold for the predators. What do you have? You also want animals, so we will get that. And then you have also leveled up. We were thinking about getting Toolsmith. I think we get Toolsmith for you because we're obviously going to want to have more minerals. Albeit that should give you a little bit more technology. What do we want to do here? I'm thinking desert. I think we go... So we got rainforest, or sorry, savanna on one side of the tundra, ice agey bit, and then desert on the other side. I don't know how this world works, you know. Let's buy another crevasse, even though we already have one, but that's good because that means we can double it. We can't do that while we're terraforming, but we'll get the lady down in the desert biome. Wonder if we maybe expand it more in here, we can go ice age into tundra potentially, because that could be in between. Really depends as well if we want to get five cities, or if we want to get only 4. I think it really depends on how we do. I mean, the fact that we can go boom and then boom again, that's a pretty big area. Yeah, let's call the goddess. Let's bring her down. We'll put her over, say, here, kind of in between. That's a big area. That could be a really nice tundra. Effectively, we could also add in additional cities there as well. So we've got to have a little think. Do we grab amethyst, pop that there? We do probably want you to... Oh, I will spend the money. Because are you wanting to expand? You are disinterested. Let us pop down this amethyst here. Pop that down. We'll see if you're going to expand. And if not, you are excited. You are expanding. You are not. Perfect. Okay, so we didn't need to spend that little bit of technology, but I'm not going to, you know, cry about it. It's absolutely fine. Now, Gumbo Limbo could be good for some additional stuff, for additional biodiversity. We do, however, kind of want to have... We do want some trees is the only thing. Boom, there we go. Good stuff. We can't put down the monkey yet, which is annoying, but we will get there. We do want to have more... So we could go parakeet into tree into... Yeah, we could do that into a Gumbo Limbo, and then put maybe a rattlesnake and pop them down there, and then that should also give us a little bit of extra danger too. I think that'll be good. We do want more minerals though. So what other mineral can we get here? We could just pop down another stone. We could just pop down another stone. We could just pop down another amethyst. That's the issue. We wanted the flint next to... I'm always doing this. Let's pop down that parrot there, and then we'll pop the tree over here. There we go. Because we want that flint and steel next to the tree. We just go for another stone? I think so. We've got the wealth, we just need the... We just need the additional science, so I think we just go for it. There we go. That should be enough science, hopefully, for them to get over the top, and also give us another draft. Goddess settlement will probably... in fact, we've got another draft. Let's get there. In the desert, we're going to get a lapis lazuli, because, as always, I think that's the best one, especially for the goddess, because she loves to have that wealth. Now, where do we want to put that? Which one has the best... I mean, to be honest, if we put you there, you have the best gold base input, or income, sorry. So I think we put you there. Then we go... We don't have much error score left, unfortunately, so let's pop you over here. Boom. Good stuff. Yeah, you're shining. Not enough for another one. We could put... Just need one more gem. Who's another gem? It's going to have to be Jasper. I think we'll pay for an additional thing. Ah, there we go. At least we managed to complete the error high score. You should be absolutely loving life with the amount of stuff that you're getting. It's just unfortunate that's a science booster tile. Do we pay for additional error score? I'm not sure we do. Not sure we do. Yeah, so you're going to go extinct next time, and you're going to raise the slot level by 1. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Same with the bone. Got a bone to pick with him. Yep, so we got to do our micros. So what are we going to do with our micros? Is there one for... That will be one for Jason. And that one's really good. The fungus one. Just getting a... I mean, yeah, we could just put that on you. Because you're probably going to be our plant big hitter for the moment. Yeah, I like that. Which other ones do we have? We've got one left. 25 on a mineral. Do we pop it on that stone? I think we do. That's the one with the buff on it. And then that should get us over the line. Cool. Alright, okay, yeah, well, I mean, at least we managed to do that. Especially because we're kind of lacking on plants at the moment because of the thing that we're getting less food out. Ooh, very nice. Getting food for some reason. There must be something to do with the miner. Potentially. Not I can easily see, but I'll just believe it because it seems weird that we're getting food out of stone, but that's okay. Could also be something to do with the Hunter Age as well. Because, I mean, Great Hall for you does that, but you only have a toolsmith. You've got no mystery. Nope, no idea what's causing that. Oh well, will not matter about it. The era is over. After overcoming harsh conditions, the humans now thrive with full bellies in their warm houses. Huzzah! We've done it. And with that, we've completed the Hunter Age. I'll have a nice little sip of my coffee, especially given the dog isn't barking at this for once, which is nice. Now, we've got one draft. We don't have any more draft charges, but we do have a lot of micros, which is nice. Yes, continue. Where do we want to go next? We can't do Enlightenment because technology isn't our leading thing. We could do Castles and Knights. This is probably the best one for us because it has the right ones for everybody. Gives us more micro charges if we finish it. And also gives us Eon Limit. I don't see a reason not to go Castles and Knights. This is the perfect people we want. Octopus Stinkhorn can upgrade a mineral. Plus 50 science and tagged ugly and deep. That would be useful if we had access to oceans. We do not. It's just the way it is. But absolutely fine. You should be getting absolutely... Oh, look at that. Crimson Castle, 200 extra food for having herbivores within the borders. Wow. That is good. That is really nice. And you've got Animal Breeder here. I think we just have to go with that. So we've already got the domesticable animals. There we go. That's going to give you so much stuff there. Perfect. You, what do you want? Statue, extra science, and for each food, science, and gold, and military bioticum within borders with the highest food, science, and gold. You know what, we'll grab you because we'll probably get a nice one as well, so be it. What does your castle do? For each construction bioticum. Interesting. We've got a bunch of charges, so let's have a little look. That's good, that's construction. Also gives us Cinnabar. which is very nice. I don't think we have... No, we do have a reptile. We've got the what's it called? The snake. We've got the snake. Iguana's pretty cool, but not what we want. Timau? I don't think I've used you before, but if you have 8 plus 50 food, whew, that's pretty nice actually. And hemp's really good as well, but I think we go with the Brazil wood. Yeah, it's really nice. It gives us a lot of stuff with additional trees, so let's do that. We're tree gaming apparently over here. Also gives us access to the cinnabar, and we've got level 2 that we can use to go up, so we can get fluorite for each different adjacent bioticum type. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Let's upgrade this, because we're probably going to want to put a plant here somewhere. The plant doesn't really matter, but... Are you glitching out again, UI? There we go, we sorted that out. So, now we could put the Brazil wood here. I think that makes the most sense. It's on a plant booster for a start, so let's do it. Boom, there we go. That's a pretty high output. You do need more minerals, obviously, but we're going to get that with the fluorite, I hope. Yeah, so pop you down there. Oh, you've got a little thing that you can go up as well. Gotta be Gem Seeker for you. Cat Temple is so good, but Gem Seeker for you just makes the most sense, I'm afraid. So let's get that. We haven't even put down the Lapis Lazuli here. Yeah, you've just got a lot of wealth regardless. So now we've got the plant, we need an animal, and a mineral, and another mineral. So what's our other mineral going to be? Cinnabar. I think it's got to be Cinnabar. So let's pop you down, and we'll pop down a reptile, which will be the snake. Ooh, it's a snake. I've got to stop saying that. Sorry for the incredibly poor jokes, everybody. I would say I'm sorry, but I'm not. Main thing is, so that's given them a whole bunch of technology, but we're missing out on the wealth. Why are we missing out on the wealth? Well, we don't have anything better here. Now, we could, if we're feeling spicy, because that is a tree, we go Parakeet into Pit Viper, expanding out this rainforest here, which I think we will. I think that makes the most sense. Yeah, we change it up, we go Parakeet into Pit Viper, we expand them out this way a little bit because the lady has a lot of room to kind of move. So let's, you're hesitant, you are interested in coming out. So if we pop down a Pit Viper here and then we get you ready and see if you expand by yourself, but maybe you'll take it just a little bit of convincing. Nope, you're out. Oh, but so are you. No, you will not come. There we go. The Savannah Giant says no. You will not expand. Or at least, if you try and expand, you're not going to get there before then. So, sorry, little Vipers, I may have just set you on fire. My bad. What do we want? So, we'll probably want Mansion because we're going to get an additional mineral here. Eureka, so be it. Good stuff. Let's get our Tundra Giant over and we'll get ourselves a Lapis Lazuli over here. Perfect, we're getting even more drafts, which is great. We're going to have to come back over here to Mr. General, because we're actually quite fortunate in the fact that he doesn't have any of the castles, because he's also the one that's lost a bunch of his stuff. We're going to have to spend the most Eon on. Eon on, that's quite difficult to say. But now with the Lapis Lazuli, we should be absolutely storming ahead. Let's get we'll draft the desert. What we got? Salt. Interesting. And that gives additional food. I like that one. I actually quite like that one. That's quite cool. I don't think we've got that many Baron, unfortunately, which is the only thing. Ibex, also good for getting additional food, but you are the best one for gold. Exception of maybe the Date Palm, but Date Palm's more for food. Armadillos are really good, to be fair. Yeah, I think we go with you. Yeah, let's go with you. Get Desert Salt. This gives us a little bit of science, means that we're not just gold in Sunbur as well. Now, if we don't need to, we just need to be adjacent to 2 empty slots, which we can do if we have a Mudcrack and someone else there. So I think we just do it. Let's upgrade this tile. Doing absolutely fine with tile upgrades too, so don't need to worry about that. Let's bring everybody over. We need more wealth for you. I know, we'll come back to you. That's cool. That is cool. Plus 50% gold. Could be useful on a gem of some kind over here. topaz is shining out to me. You're not a gem though, so I guess we need to have an amethyst. There we go. Pop you over there for just now. So, salt wants to be next to 2 barren slots. What counts as barren here? Olive tree. Olive tree counts as barren. So we go barren slot, and then we're going to put a mud flap there with the salt. Boom. Yep, we've got the wild gem on the go. Good stuff. And then we want to get the mud flap. So at least that counts as barren. Cats count as barren. They do. So before... what we could do instead is we could go cat into jerboa. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's get a cat. Oh, no. That's where the salt's going, you idiot. That's where the salt's going. Pay attention next time. There we go. So we're getting these in. Should give us a whole bunch of prosperity. Then we'll work on minor town. Yep, there we go. Pop you down. We managed to at least complete the area. We have a bunch more Eon. Because the cat just needs one critter in this biome. It doesn't need to be next to it. That does give us a whole bunch of food. Each distinct barren bioticum. Which I guess is a way, in a way, we do kind of want that mud crack. Because at least it'll play in with each other and it gives it a little bit more biodiversity. You've managed to complete that. Hooray! Hooray, Sunbra. You're doing pretty well. So that will also be your last mineral that you need for your mansion, which is nice. How are you guys doing? So you need additional gold. How are we going to get additional gold? You guys are fine. You know what? I'm just going to leave you. Leave you to it. If you're going to do that. Nothing I'm going to do. Burn a giraffe for the rainforest, which I'm kind of tempted to do. I think we just burn it. Burn it again. This will at least unlock the level 3s. If we do that, boom, there we go. We're out of giraffes. We can always pay for one. Which... given that we have so much technology, I think we will. I think we're probably going to give up on getting the 5th people, although we could just afford it now. We could just go boom. Can't quite afford that, but we will get that. We don't have any more crevasses, so let's just grab this. We can get... we can call the painter. We can pop her there. What do you want? We need to kind of expand you a little bit, so let's see what we can get for the Ice Age boys. That would be interesting in terms of bioticum. So what can we get you? Because we haven't really been putting anything on it. We don't have 3-star yet. Wolverine. Lock this bioticum. You both have a base food yield. And that's already a slot too. It makes complete sense to put a Wolverine there. Just has to be done. So we'll pop a Wolverine there. That should give you a whole bunch of city stats, which should be great because we did obviously lose that bison. There we go. Lock this bioticum. Lock a random cohort. Did we get anything for the Ice Age? Doesn't, or not the Ice Age, sorry, the Rainforest that we could use. That'd be pretty cool. 2 stars. No, there we go. Micah. Interesting. Like it. We don't have enough biodiversity for it to be useful, unfortunately. That is a shame. But, you know, what are you going to do? Let's use our Ice Age Tundra draft here. Dire Wolf has me thinking. For each animal, an Apex Predator, unlock another Apex Predator animal, 2 stars, which permanently has its tags doubled. Interesting. Like it. Let's do it. Dire Wolf. Here we go. Let's upgrade, say, this slot. We don't quite have enough for a crevasse, unfortunately. But we'll upgrade this slot. We will pop down ourselves a Dire Wolf. There we go. Good stuff. We don't have, can't put down a marmot yet, but we can always put down a vole. Yes. Or mink. That will increase the Dire Wolf's domain, which will be good. Speaking of which, actually, we can probably actually buy some of these terraforming charges with our money. And we could think about creating rich hills to give us some more minerals here. I like the idea of that. Let's do it. Boom. There we go. Good for minerals. Get some bones, to be fair. which would raise the slot level by 1. Jadeite. Okay, okay. Let's get a Jadeite, we'll pop it there, see what happens. For you, we will get a weaponsmith. Yes. Let's do that. Get a weaponsmith, so be it. There we go. That should, because you are military, that should get you a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, it's getting you loads of science. It's good. Because you kind of like everything. That's given us enough for a crevice, so we'll use that. So let's just push these guys a little bit further apart. We'll probably want to do that over here as well when we get the moment. But what do we want to do over here in terms of biomes? Because we could always go for a taiga here. I kind of like the idea of that. It's maybe a little bit too close is the only thing. A little bit. So why don't we do taiga up to, say, here. And over here, you're wanting wealth. Do we already have cats in here. So we could always put in another cat. We could always make another savanna, is the other option that we have. Yeah, we can make more savannas. Pretty much it, because we don't have access to forests, we don't have access to oceans, unfortunately. But maybe do something else. We don't really have any drafts in the taiga, do we? No, nothing particularly impressive. A little bit of shame. Never mind. What we can do though is how are we going to make some money? Carnelian, Baron, interesting. I like that. Let's get Carnelian, and what we'll do is we'll get another cat. Boom. Or could get a gazelle. Nah, cat's better. So we want it next to an animal. Counts as a Baron. That's going to give us more for the salt plains. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. You've expanded out here. That's great. Do we just make this taiga? Potentially. Yeah, let's do it. Make it into taiga. We can think about getting another draft. Minor town, we're not getting anything for this, but you are getting angry. We don't have any way of... I mean, you're kind of hemmed in is the only thing as well. We don't have anything better to draft into you. Because you want money. What is the best way to make money? For you, it would be animals. We do have caimans. Interesting. Alright, there we go. That's what we do. Is this a level 2 slot? I don't know if it is. It is not. So we upgrade this. We upgrade the snake to caiman. Because it does boost all the other reptiles as well, which is pretty good. So yeah, we upgrade this. Do we have anything else unlocked? We have got the Mika, but that doesn't get us money, is the only issue. We want to get money. We want some cash money, is what we want. Oh, that's a big one. That's good. We got even the bonus. We got a super booster on there as well for the Cayman too. I like it. Boom. There we go. That is quite a lot of money. That should hopefully get you over the line. So you militaries? No, you're just 6 times reptile. Wow. That's good. That's really good. Oh yeah, of course, because you're the Ice Age thing, so you have double tags. Very nice. Love to see it. So we're getting some luxuries as well. That's giving you through, so that's giving us another upgrade. Great stuff. You're wanting 10. What can we get from you here? Scribe. You're not really going to have borders big enough, but it's probably the best out of all of these. I mean, Toolsmith already has this, but the mineral within borders with the highest science. Carnelian. It's got some science in it, I suppose. I think we go to Scribe. I'm going to get extra plants because we're going to put plants in the tundra because we want to make sure that we've got our loss, but we're not going to have enough time to do it. This one, at least we've already completed the era, so it's absolutely fine. Is there any way we can just boost this up quick over here? We could put down Steppe Bison. That is true. We don't have any plants here though, is the only thing. We never put down that vole. Now, as far as this goes, you're not extinct. I guess you are a dire wolf, so, you know, topical. I guess they're not extinct. That is true. So you're not going to get anything for that. So in reality, we kind of want to just sack off this plant booster and pop down a redback vole. Yeah. It's going to improve the biodiversity. It's going to give us a little bit more food. Is there anything else that'll trigger? Will trigger the Temple of Jangwa, which is also going to give us more food, which is great. Yep, so we pop that down there. Third era starting. Boom, there we go. Bit more science, bit more population. Hopefully enough to get you over the edge, but we will see. Maybe not quite. You just give money. You're good for upgrading plants. And you're good for upgrading minerals. Not exactly what we would like, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. We don't have the spare drafts unless we can afford another one. Which we could out of our science. Yeah, we've got some. Let's get another draft. We'll pick up... What do we want? I don't want to get another rainforest. And maybe we just save that draft, actually. I know I just picked that up and it's kind of a waste of a thing. But instead, perhaps we buy some extra Eon with 2 of our economic stuff. What can we get that would be good? I guess it's a lot of money. Or a lot of food, sorry. It would be the Steppe Bison. The Steppe Bison is the one to go for. We don't really have any plants, but we can pop that on there, and that's a booster. Yeah, I think we just go with that. You are extinct. We pop down an alder. Oh, well, actually, we don't even need to worry about that. You've already popped. Cool. So we wasted our money on the draft, and we managed to get there anyway. So, you know what? You know what? It could be worse. So let's come back. What plant is that? Olive tree. That was the one. Olive tree. So we've already got an olive tree there. Adjacent biotical base gold. Interesting, interesting. Sagebrush, of course. And over here we've got fur. So let's actually get some drafts into the taiga. Fox's copper. Copper is good. Copper would be really good for the mineral guy. Should have thought about that when we were putting our things out, but we didn't have access to it at the time. Could have maybe planned that out a little bit better, but never mind. I think copper probably is the best one to go for. Fox is really good for animals, to be fair. It's better for gold, and she kind of likes gold, this painter lady. So let's go foxes. Plus foxes are cute. We'd even go another draft into taiga as well, to be honest. Let's do that. Sugar beet, mouflon. Mouflon gives us rats, which we can also use in the desert. Cranberries. Red cardinals are good with some other stuff, but I'm thinking mouflon. It's food though. We do have another reroll, so let's reroll, see what we got. Tourmaline with crossbills gives us more birds. Ptarmigans are food. And snowshoe hare. Yeah, I think we go tourmaline. Could also go silver. Reach science adjacent. I think we go the tourmaline. Tourmaline's going to be easier for each distinct critter bioticum in this biome. Interesting. So yeah, I think we go with this. I think we get your... Put down your tree here. Can we put down... Here, we could put down the fox on the booster. That would be nice. Could, or we could just... Now the crossbow's got really bad base. Yeah, we need Eon to put stuff down anyway. Oh well, okay, so that's giving them a little bit more science, so that's quite nice. We've got some of our micros to use, so let's use them up. What can we get for this? I'm actually kind of struggling to think what we get. Can we get something better? Entrail for plus 20... Plus 20% food for each adjacent mineral that's not plant-specific is quite nice. Let's update that. Where could that be useful? We could put that on the Cayman and surround it with minerals. That is always an option. Is there anything else that's kind of like surrounded by minerals that produces food? Not really. Direwolf kind of, but that more produces that gold moolah. There's a cat here. You don't produce food though. I think it's got to be the Cayman. Yeah, we can go the Cayman. Still got 3 micro charges, so we could just get more science on somebody. Science isn't really the issue that we're having though. To be honest, did we already... No, we didn't upgrade you, so maybe we just say, hey, let's upgrade this plant. And then we've still got a single microcharge left. So we could just upgrade a mineral of some description. I mean, just upgrading the carnelian, I guess, is always an option. At least it's close. There we go. Get some extra science in there. Boom, boom, boom. Can't go wrong with a little bit of extra science, and then this should be work pretty well with the Brazil wood. We do need more trees in here. Just keep leveling up, but the time has come for a new era. And we have managed to get to the end of the Castles and Knights, Le Chateau à Mighty Foot. And here comes the Sage and the Goddess, coming from opposite sides, but, you know, we don't question that. Let's see what's happening here in terms of our peace talks. Having a little chat. And then all of a sudden, here comes the rocks, I imagine. Yep, there we go. See you later. Now. Can't believe they've been betrayed yet again. The giant's just chilling in the background as well. There we go. The miner stands victorious, using his greatest friend, the rocks. So that's good, we managed to complete that. We got 3 stars for that as well. Not bad, not bad. 3-star rewards, 2 microcharges, extra Eon, and yeah, looking good. What's our last thing we can go for? So, nuclear war, I haven't seen that one. That must be another one. Match in the tinderbox. Lead the planet on the path to destruction. Have a city with 35 more threat. They can gain more technology. Interesting. Total annihilation. You know what? We haven't tried this one yet. Wow, that dragonfly is insane. Yeah. Nuclear war, it's time. Let's go. So, we have got a bunch of stuff here. So we need to have a city with 35 science. The only one that we do have is the miner. So, and he has got generic. He's nearly there, actually. How's the general doing in terms of his? So he's got the military power. What he doesn't have is the science. Okay, interesting. He's expanding out into over here though, so that is good. I think it's gonna have to be military base for you. No, but that's extra food. We don't really care about food. What we want is we want more science. So let's go power plant so we can maybe try and draft out a better science in our tundra. I think that makes the most sense. Let's pay for a draft, or we're not really close to anything else. I guess Metropolis of Industry is probably the one that we're closest to. What can we get? Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good point. What can we get here? You've got power plant as well. Do we have anything, any kind of mineral that gives you energy? Cobalt is a military metal. It does give you money, and it does give you... Okay, okay. I don't want to get rid of these caimans, though. We put the Chantriel on that. I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal. It's annoying, though. Do we even have enough biodiversity to put you in? No, we do not. Good to know. So, I guess instead what we do... It's just distinct adjacent animal. We could put you in there. Gives you more food. Cinchona tree is also good. Ramon tree is also good. I think we go Cinchona. Just so we have more trees, that gives us more science. Doesn't give us more wealth, though, is the only thing. It's a little bit annoying. There we go. Boom. Okay. Does give us more biodiversity. So I guess it does give us wealth in a roundabout way, which is nice. So, did we just get more science with the apothecary? I mean, you're nearly there. You're pretty much there for science. It's more the wealth that we need, and we just don't have any way of getting you like metals. We just haven't unlocked any metals, unfortunately. Do you feel a bit bad about us having double parakeet? I feel like we could do better for that, especially given the fact we're not actually getting any benefits here for the sage. But never mind. Cafe. Cafe's pretty decent. Country club is alright. I think we have to go for the cat. We don't really have anything that produces food, but then again, we don't have any draft or enough drafts on Savannah. Interdesting, interdesting. I don't know how we want to kind of play this. We need to find out a way of getting more wealth. Your stuff here isn't very useful for us because we don't have any metals unless we want to pay for the draft. Let's pay for a draft. I think a draft is just what we need. We go rainforest. Yes. What we got? Gold. Always believe in yourself. There we go. Just like that. Sword. We got iguanas. We got aquamarines. Aquamarines are just good as well, to be fair. Red howlers. Very cool. But yeah, gold. Gold is pretty good. Gold will do it for us. Helium is an element. It's energy. That's another interesting one. It does only unlock us a little bit though. Does give us capoctree. I think we have to go gold. Now, in terms of biodiversity, we're not even close. I wonder if instead we get another animal here instead of the parakeet. Could get an iguana. Thing is, parakeet has already given us +1 additional stuff here because of the arboreal trait. Could go tree swinger. Could go monkey. That is true. That does give us, that gives us more wealth as well. Yeah, let's do that. And replace that cinnabar with summon. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, because we don't have the tree. So yeah, let's pop you there. In fact, maybe we just don't think about the cinnabar and we just get more. We could put that there. Gives us more food. Means we've lost out on our minerals though. That's the thing. That would be a great thing. It does give us tree swingers and it does give us all of this stuff, which is nice. Do we just go apothecary? Do we go... We're kind of just struggling with the amount of space we have here. Actually, you know what we should be doing? We should be getting rid of this stone. We don't need it. We can get a Ramon tree instead. But we need the minerals for his main mission. Do we just get a Ramon tree instead? I think we do. I think we have to. Just for the biodiversity. Boom. Pop that down. How are we looking? So it looks like we're at 8. Good stuff. Because I don't think we have another Ramon tree anywhere, do we? Doesn't look like it. No, we got a Gumbo Limbo. Which is really nice. You're not medicinal either. No. Okay, how are we going to get this gold in the ground? We haven't got any more crevices. We could put at... I'm an idiot. We can just go ahead and we can put a mountain in. That's what we do. That's what we have to do. We just have to put a wee mountain in here. Hey, presto. There we go. And we've got our level 3 slot there. We've got a level 2 slot there. So we put one mineral down here, we put another mineral down there. Mica. Pop down the mica there, gives us some more mystery. Gives us a little bit more biodiversity. Boom, there we go. And then, that's where we then hit them with the big boys. And we drop down this gold. Love it. There we go. That's our metal. That's our blast furnace. Boom. That's our science. So be it. Now, you are not massively interested in power. Although you are getting a little bit more from being tough, which is nice. So that should get you done. That's our drafts done. Good to see. Good to see. You, I want you anything to do with gems, ringsmith. Gotta be. Yep. Gotta be ringsmiths, even though we're just still using lapis lazuli. So be it. That's fine. Legendary gold. And it's getting quite a lot of stuff there. You... What do we want to do with you? I think we want more taiga, don't we? Because we want to get some energy stuff if possible. Natural gas is interesting. That gives us everything we want. It's got to be natural gas. There we go. Either natural gas or classical gas. That is a big old army. The general is heading for the sage. He's raiding. He's raiding, alright. Yeah, we're just going to get you the cafe. That should get you some extra food. Don't mind the guys coming in. We'll build the cafe, so be it. I don't think they're interested in having a little bit of food, unfortunately for you. Never mind. So, what we're going to do over here, we're going to want to put down that helium, which means that we're going to... Or sorry, natural gas, not helium. We're going to want to put down some extra stuff. Now, can we afford... We can't afford another draft. We can with our people, but I don't want to use our people if we can help it. We don't have another terraforming charge, which is a shame. I would like to be able to have that to put our helium on. Now, as far, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. We kind of want you like over here, and we can surround you with trees if possible. So let's upgrade the ground to be ready for you. Upgrade you there. Boom. Good stuff. Then we want to think about where we're putting stuff, and that means we're going to have a little bit of a think. Caribou. Crossbill. Snowshoe here love to be next to minerals. They're level 2. Let's get a redback vole. Always put that next to stoat. We're going to need more trees with loss potential. So let's upgrade you. So we're going to want to put down a predator too. This is going to be probably where we're going to spend most of our Eon, I think, just to try and get this guy up nice and dangerous. So let's have a little look. What we'll do as well is we'll actually tell you to actually already expand, because I want to make sure we got everything here. The gold here is quite interesting. So we want you to be next to minerals and predators. You're going to be next to a mineral. That's not going to be a predator. That's unfortunate. But you're already 2 times lost. I think we just pop you there. What predator can we get here? Stoat. I'll do. Let's get a summon. We've got some additional ruggedness, which is nice. There we go. Predator coming in. So we need to make sure this is nice and rugged, and then we've got as much of these lost tiles as we can. Yes, so we've got double loss, which is great. What else can we get? You are another loss if this rugged is 20, which I think we're gonna struggle to get to, unfortunately. I wonder if it's maybe because we don't have that many that much stuff there. Let's get the tourmaline down just now, just for some extra gold. Boom. There we go. It's going to make it a little bit more rugged, which is great. Which is also going to increase this up a little bit. Do we change this redback vole into a predator as well? Potentially we do. Can we? We could change it to a badger. That is the option that we have. Because, no, you like to be next to predator, so we could do... Yeah, we could do badger. Or change you to a mink, actually. You're not critter, unfortunately, but I mean, we're not really that bothered about 20 gold, quite honestly. What we want is we want to get that extra bump if we can help it. Now, do we try and expand you out again? I think we do, just to be safe, so let's do it. Sorry, Painter, we've kind of left you out to dry, but I'm sure you'll forgive us. What can we do to boost this up a little bit more in terms of our stuff? Crossbill, you're not a predator, unfortunately. Fox is a predator. Does give us a load of gold. Does eat up our biodiversity, though. Do we just level up this, go snowshoe hare? Because it will also level up tourmaline. I kind of want to get more trees, if anything. But we need the biodiversity. So yeah, let's do that. Snowshoe hare. Let us get this other tree as well. just to increase the amount of lost, just to increase the patches, number of patches. Here we go. That's a lot of biodiversity now, and that's enough for a natural gas. So here is... that's the best place to go. So that's the place we're going. There we go. Enjoy your science, General. Go and use it to build some nuclear weapons, why don't you? There we go. Northern Gate has developed a powerful weapon. Oh dear. Are you already going to nuke him? The Ancientville has too, and is ready to respond. Let's get some mutually assured destruction on the go. We're now playing DEFCON. Oh dear. I have 2 cities with 100 prosperity and 50. Yes, we got there. Perfect. Cool, so you're ready to go. What's the bonuses you're getting from that missile silo? Each threat in the biomes come within borders with the highest threat. So you're not getting much from that, but you should be getting quite a bit. Yeah, you are. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, so that natural gas is going lovely, but we do need to have more danger if possible. Now we've got this whole bit of the Ice Age bit over here that we haven't even used. We haven't touched. Now let's have a little double check of our micros. Nothing particularly great unless there's... if there's something that is pretty good, plus 50. I would prefer a percentage. Plus 20% for each adjacent animal. So you've only got the one animal, which is a shame. We've only got flat. Oh no, no, there we go. It's got to be this on that. Let's do it. Let's get the dragonfly on. I did say at the time, dragonfly's ridiculous, but that's going to be a huge boost. A huge boost. So that should really improve the prosperity. We're unfortunately in terms of prosperity, because we're not jam gaming, I think is the issue. So we're struggling a little bit in terms of our prosperity. I mean, additionally, did we even put the... yeah, we did put the lapis down. We've used up a lot of our drafts kind of on the general and such. But we're getting there. We're getting this stuff up, and we want the general to be a little bit hardier too, because every time he's hardier, it means that we've also got more military. Now, every time these guys get beaten, even though they're pacifists, they've lost a little bit in terms of their stuff, but they should be getting... yeah, they've gained 35 military from just being beat up. So, there's something. The Painter Village as well, we should potentially have a little think and see if we can... let's actually pop your fox down, and we'll pop you there, because that'll at least get we'll be able to use that booster. Crossbill could have also been interesting, but we could put them over here, so we'll do that. Because we want to try and get a little bit of some wealth, if we can. Because then they make a potential invasion target for the general. Sorry to say. There we go, good stuff. Love to see it. Could just do with a bit more Eon, to be fair. That gives it a little bit more prosperity. What can we do in terms of drafts? Let's have a little think. We can buy another draft with our technology, so we will. We could level up Savannah and see if we can get the sage more food. Let's do that. Solgrim is pretty good. I guess that's what we're getting. Yeah, just giving a flat bonus to all underground stuff is pretty nice. Now, I guess we get rid of these African wild dogs. I mean, they're nice for the Temple of Jangwa, but they're not as important as they potentially were before. So, what do we need? We've also got Bab. And we do have access to giraffes, I've got to remember that. And oryx. Yeah, so I think we do have to just get rid of these things. How much Eon do we have? Not much left. But if we can get the bustling metropolis done, hopefully that should be that. Wonder if we maybe just buy another draft. Pop it on the Taiga. Or the Ice Age Tundra. Draft the Ice Age Tundra, what do we have? Anything good that's level 3. Stone Pine. Grenade Seeds. Want something that's like quite dangerous if possible. The only thing that's really coming out to me as dangerous is that tar pit. Whereas these grenade seeds seem like they'd be pretty good. Do I go for the reroll? That one's pretty good as well for all evolve guys on the planet. Gain that. Yeah, let's go geyser. I know this seems kind of crazy, but just go geyser. We can come over here. We're literally just talking about how we're going to do stuff for the sage, but now that we've got this, I'm thinking we upgrade this to level 3. Get ourselves the geyser, the geezer. Any boosts? We kept that super booster. Looking pretty nice. We'll pop you there. We have got black bears as well. Actually, black bear there would make more sense. Put the geyser next to it, then we can put the... Yeah, we can pop the geyser next to it, level 3. There we go. But scavenger 1, that's given a whole huge amount of both food and gold. Pop you there. What can we do for critters? Marmot. Oh, I'd love to put you there. I guess we do have access again to the ground squirrel, so maybe we just upgrade this. We pop down the ground squirrel again to unlock another thing. Yeah, so the marmot there. Then we put down the ground. Black bear should be nice and happy. There we go. Good stuff. Alright, that should be a whole heaping of extra gold, extra food as well. Direwolf's happy because we've got more animals. Good stuff. Love to see it. The geyser's pretty nice, but now we come over here and we say we want a giraffe because we're going to want a baobab. We can. That's going to increase the Titan. How are we going to do this? So we need to upgrade this bit here. I'm going to want to get rid of that wild dog too. Now obviously we're going to want sorghum as well. Could just get red oak. He's a level 2 slot. How do we want to do this? All underground stuff get 30% extra. Wow, it's pretty good. Do we get the giraffe in first? Giraffe just cares about being next to the tree. They like base food yield, so we put you there. We put the giraffe in here. We go... We go level up here. So we're going to put yam and red oak. So yam. Gonna pay for extra eon, which we'll do with our population. That's fine. And pop down the red oak. Boom, like so. Good stuff. That has given a whole extra boost. We want to then put that. We're going to want to upgrade this bit here for the sorghum. We'll pop something over there, I imagine. Right, let's do that just now. Hiding spot. Goosey. Yeah, let's maybe go a goosey over here. And then we can pop down the bab, and then we can pop down the sorghum. There we go, so you're happy. Now we pop down you for the additional food. There we go, you're nice and excited. Cafe's really paying off. There we go. Now this also helps the yam, so the yam's even better. And then, not quite enough for that in the sorghum, but we put in the goosey over there. I think we did, yeah. So then we go We got elephant grass here. Would love to get just a little bit extra biodiversity if we can. We've only got 5. It's not enough. It's not enough for the sorghum. That's a shame. That is a shame. Unless we replace the zebra. That is the other option, because the zebra isn't the best. I mean, honestly, replacing the zebra with oryx would be the better shout, I think. So we upgrade here. We're running on borrowed time. But we go you for 3. Boom. That's just got it. That's just got it. Sorghum down here. We pop down probably the gazelle again. That's a lot of food. All underground biotica gain additional stuff. That's an awful lot of food. We don't quite have enough military for everybody. It's a shame. I would have liked to see what happened at level 3, but that is additionally also a lot of underground stuff. Is that enough to get you over the edge for your food? We'll see. I'm not sure if it is, to be quite honest. But how are you doing in terms of your military? You're doing okay. We could do with more threats, is the thing. We're putting another bear over here. Oh, what's happening here? Ah, some more raiders. The return to the general, that's good. Yeah, let's get you the theatre. At least you'll get some extra money for that. Should level you up too. Just a wee bit. How much more Eon can we get? Not much. We'll grab one there, we'll grab some with our money. And that's about as much as we're probably going to get, to be honest. Now the question is, what do we use it on? Because I really like, if we can, it's only another 3. Are you a pacifist? You probably are. You are a pacifist. You're getting 5 from losing wars, though. You're coming in. We want to have something that is more dangerous. Do we come over here? We don't even have another upgrade. But we can buy one. Buy another upgrade. We could upgrade this. Get another bear. Do we have the... Doesn't cost anything. It's not in here, though. Bugger, 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 bugger. Bugger, bugger, bugger. What are we doing? We get into the stove. Reach adjacent critter. Even if it's just the one, better than the stove. That's for certain. So we get another bear. There is no critters, but he's just flat out better than the bear anyway. Yeah, rough plan. There we go. Nuclear war. We've done it. Hooray! We've managed to complete nuclear war. Fantastic. Surely it's the best thing going. Again, the prosperity. We've really struggled this one. I think it's because we don't have the usual fruit jam maker. We've kind of had to be a little bit cheeky with it. And we haven't really got as much Eon as I would have liked. But at least we managed to 3-star every single era, so that's good. We just haven't quite got to the sort of highest tips of it that I maybe would have wanted. Now, as far as this goes, I am very annoyed that this hasn't been enough to boost them completely over the edge, especially given that, yeah, you've got your herd. The thing is, do we just say... How many more... No, we can't. See, that's the thing. The annoying thing is we can't do... I mean, at least 3 other distinct herbivores, so I guess it can't be him. We would lose out on 100. Yes, there's no point. There is no point. Your sorghum, you're doing alright. You're getting at least +2. It's the fact that you're giving a massive increase for everybody is kind of helping a lot. Can we put down anything interesting over here? We could put down a rat. Rats are possible. We've got the dire wolves. We've also got another mineral slot here that we can put down. What could we put down here? Put down a bone. It's always an option. Yeah. Put down a bone, we can't put down a geyser. Geezer. Yeah, let's get a Jade Knight down. Why not? We'll use it the last of our unit. I don't think we're going to be able to do much better than this. The only thing we could do is potentially level up. We have got one more draft, so let's grab that. Let's grab the desert. What can we get that's nice? Makes us loads of money. Rubies. Rubies could do it. Fossilized link. How many plants are in this biome? Not much. We don't have that much. You cost 10 though. That's the problem. You cost 10. Methane is pretty nice though. It's just not very good for legacy plants in this slot. Yeah. Okay. Rubies are good as well, because it gives gems extra stuff. Turquoise is nice as well. Cotton's also nice. I think we have to go rubies. That's a really annoying thing. We don't really have enough Eon to like do anything more. We've only got the 5. We definitely can't afford another one. How irritating. But you know what? I can't complain. I think we've done okay. We've at least managed to go with this new nuclear war thing. If we didn't have the general, that would not have gone as well as it did. So that's all. There's always that. So we'll pop down the turquoise. Boom. There we go. Nice princely stone. Maybe that'll get him over the line. Who knows? We're certainly not going to be able to pay for anything additional. Looking at our micros, can we afford more charges? We can indeed, so we'll just get a whole bunch of that. We could get more dragonflies. Now, what produces a lot of science is the question. That is the question indeed. Let's have a little look. Our biggest science producers are our Brazilwood, or I think the Carnelian's doing pretty well. Obviously the natural gas, but we've already got one down there. Yeah, the geyser's doing okay. We could certainly put one down there, or I mean the bow actually makes the most sense. So yeah, let's do that. So we'll pop the dragonfly over there. What's the other micros that we have? We've got 4 things left. Octopus stinkhorn, not ideal. Chanterelle for additional food based on minerals adjacent. I mean, it is certainly something we can consider, but not completely, completely enamored with it. Nope. Apologies. Oh dear, we almost managed to make it the entire way through without a barking, but just has to go and, you know, throw in the towel at the end, unfortunately. But, yes, so where were we? We were having a little look at our last micros. I'm just trying to work out where's the best place to put them, because you quite like having things on threat. I mean, the thing with the most threat is probably the Cayman, funnily enough. We're not getting any benefit of the Chanterelle for there. That's a little bit of a shame. That is a shame. But, you know, what can you do? The Montree's not that great. We've got something on the Gumbalimbo. We've got something on the Gumbalimbo. Yeah. I think, yeah, the Barbs managed to come in. Doing pretty well. You're getting extra things from... Have we got anything for animals? No, not really. Plus 40% on anything? On a plant, we could do it on the sorghum itself. Put it on the yam, actually. Yam makes a decent amount of food. Could even then put that on the sorghum as well. That's a decent upgrade. Yeah. Yeah. That might get us over the edge for the bustling metropolis as well. It's gonna be tight, put it that way. There we go, time's come to conclude the planet. We've finished up all of our micros. I don't think it's going to be enough, to be perfectly honest with you. Nah. Not quite. Got the 59. They hadn't been raided so much by the general, then potentially, but, you know. Swing and a miss. A swing and a miss. But, hey, that's just the way things go. But yeah, no, I'm quite happy with that. Let's conclude our time on the planet, and let's see some nuclear war. Oh dear. Yep, they've launched a nuclear warhead. Everyone seems quite happy. Ancientville launches 1 too. The rest of the planet's gone, what are you guys doing? Ooh, yeah. No, it's not. That's not good for you. Not ideal. Everything just getting blasted out of the way. And with that, the planet is completed. Yep. 3-star nuclear war. I haven't seen that one before, so that was quite a cool one. And let's have a look at our prosperity. We had a bunch from our distinct biomes. Final score, not too happy with it, but 755. Could be worse, certainly. We'll hope we get a little bit closer to 1,000, but maybe next time. Especially not so bad, seeing as I say, we hadn't done that nuclear war one. That was quite a cool one. I quite like that. So at least we managed to get the 3 stars. And we locked all the bioscopes in the game so far. And with that, we can leave the planet. Yeah, there we go. Completed that planet. And it's a little bit of an irradiated hellscape. Ah well. Someone's going to lose eventually. Oh, well, hopefully you've enjoyed this clip of Reus 2 for the weekly challenge. Was certainly good fun for me, so apologies for the dog there right at the end, but you know what she's like. But yeah, just want to say thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy here what we do on the channel, consider becoming a member of the Burger Band to get early access to videos as soon as they're uploaded, rather than the schedules come out, and also to help support the channel. Everything's really greatly appreciated. Really appreciate all of you guys helping us out here, but also really appreciate everybody who's watching this, who's enjoying the series, enjoying all the other series as well. Just want to say thank you very much for watching. Hope you've had a good one. Until next time, take care.